For many South Africans, Parliament is known only for the President's State of the Nation address or the Finance Minister's budget speech. But this building represents so much more than that. Behind these closed doors is where politicians get to politely take swipes at each other while debating what is written into law. Most importantly though, Parliament is mandated to hold each and every government department to account. Parliament is a legislative body that consists of two houses, the National Assembly and the National Council of Provinces. One of the main functions of the National Assembly is to make the laws by which the country is governed. It refers bills to committees for processing and debate and can approve, reject or refer bills back to those committees for further discussion. Parliament has a responsibility to scrutinise, monitor and oversee the actions of government or any other organ of state regarding the implementation of laws, the application of the budget and the observance of the Constitution. Parliament keeps the executive accountable by approving budgets, asking parliamentary questions, having debates about important issues and by proposing and voting on the motions relating to the work of government. The Constitution says the National Council of Provinces represents the provinces and ensures that provincial interests are taken into account in the national sphere of government. It does this mainly by participating in the national legislative process and by providing a national forum for public debate of important issues affecting the provinces. But there is more to Parliament than just these official functions. The black rod, for example, is the symbol of authority of the chairperson of the National Council of Provinces.
If we have a look at the rod, it's in the shape of a nopkiri, which is a sign of defense, defending the Constitution, and a sign of leadership. If we start at the top, we can see the leaves of the prochi. The prochi as a national symbol, national flower. And the leaves are in two rows. There are 9 leaves in a row, which symbolize 9 provinces. If we go down, we'll see the beads. The beads symbolize the diversity and the culture of South Africans. Then we've got the emblem. Down, we've got the shaking hands, which is a sign of peace. We then got our flag, South African flag. Then we come to the stand of the rod. It's a drum shape, as we have said before, the calling of people together. If we go down the road, we will then have all the provincial emblem. So all the provinces are represented.
The symbol of the National Assembly is the mace.
The Sergeant at Arms carries the mace into the chamber, followed by the Speaker. It signifies that the House is formally in session and the proceedings are official. Now, the People's Mace was designed to reflect the history, the tradition, the culture, the diversity and different languages of South Africa. But as you look at the mace, at the top of the mace is a 18-karat gold drum. But as you look around the tram, you see, if you come closer, you see people there. There's a soccer player, there's a builder, there's a woman carrying a baby, there's a plumber. It talks to ordinary people of our country. What the tram represents in this case is that it serves as a stark reminder that the transition to democracy in this country was achieved through dialogue. That's what it represents. And on top of the tram is a gold book. which represents a constitution.
The only thing is,
And the constitution is important in this context because it speaks to the principles around which parliament, or rather this house, seeks to conduct its business every time when it is in session.
And the office bearers of these symbols are passionate about what they stand for.
it was very embarrassing. My 20-year-old niece did not know what I was talking about when I was talking about these symbols. And she went to a Model C school, you know, where you would expect that these things are done, etc. They don't know. And a lot of people come here into the chamber, they don't even recognize these things, that book there represents our constitution. You will see that the words, we the people, are the first words of the constitution. We should make a big deal about that. Because if you do not know what your country is about, you don't ever come to parliament, you are sitting out there in Lefiso, very far away from here, you don't know. But these kinds of things just sort of bolster your spirit. You will also recognize that there is a protea flower. And what looks like these curves on the sides represent the leaves of the protea flower and also the people of South Africa. And at the top of the emblem is the sun. We know how the sun represents the coming together, warmth, people being together under the sun. And the drum, most importantly, calls members of the National Assembly and the NCOP to gather and come and represent their people.
On Wednesday, all 400 members of South Africa's 5th Democratic Parliament will walk through these doors to take an oath to uphold the constitutional values of these symbols. Michelle Craig, Parliament.
Know more. ENCA.com